Hello, it's me, that divination witch. I hope you're all doing well. I'm back with another witchy video. Today it's another installment in my ongoing series regarding spirits that I have encountered. This is my UPG, my unverified personal gnosis, my experience and the way I have experienced these spirits. Now when I say spirits, this series is focusing on deities that I've met. Also other spirits like saints and angels and demons and ancestors of people. I've got a whole plethora of spirits that I have met over the years because I'm fortunate enough to have done so many readings for people that I have, met a lot of these beings, and I feel like, I want to share that with you guys. That's why I started the series, because sometimes deity work, spiritual work in general, it can be scary. There's a lot of misconceptions. So I'm out here sharing my point of view, my experiences, to show you guys that it's not as scary or as complex as we may think and believe, and how some people may portray these spirits as well. It's not always accurate. Now, although yes, this is my point of view, some of these spirits are really shone in either a toxic or a bad light. And today's deity I'm going to talk about, he's no different. I'm going to talk about Azazel or Azazel and my experience with him. Let's get into it. So if you don't know who I am, hi, my name's Sarah. I go by that divination witch online. I started off on TikTok posting readings and branched out here onto YouTube, and I love being here because I get to share my journey, things I've learned along the way, hints and tips, and I just try and keep it real, keep it practical and down to earth. So if you like that, please hit subscribe. I've got a link tree below. If you're interested, I do have an Etsy store where I offer readings, as well as my Patreon service where I also offer readings and hints and tips to do with deity work, paganism, spirituality in general. So if you're interested, please check it out. Thank you. Who is Azazel or Azazel? I call him Azazel, okay, but I think the correct pronunciation, or the original pronunciation of his name, is Azazel, but I call him Azazel. And who is he? Well, he is a spirit that is found in Jewish mythology, and not just Jewish, of course not, but he has a big role to play in Jewish mythology as the scapegoat. Now, I believe it's in Yom Kippur, the holiday of Yom Kippur, there is a goat literally sacrificed to Azazel to absolve people of their sins, sort of thing, to kind of appease people, to appease Azazel. He is meant to represent the bad, the devil, the evil, all this darkness. That is supposed to be him. And so within Judaism and Jewish folk beliefs, sacrificing a goat to him is, appeasing evil. I am not there to judge someone's religion or beliefs, definitely not. That's not my place to judge, but that is what he is most known for. He was once known as an angel. He was a watcher, or as they're also known now, the Grigori. But the Watchers were a group of angels that were supposed to just watch over us mortals, and decided to instead get involved with us, let's say. There's many different stories. Read the Book of Enoch. He is in the Book of Enoch. He is said to be, one of the leaders of the Watchers that married human women and had the Nephilim, which was meant to be this demonic offspring. There's loads of conspiracy theories about that, which I'm not going to even touch on in this video because I'd be here all day. But he is said to be, instrumental in that. He is said to have given humans knowledge of warfare, of how to fight and how to make weapons and armor, but also how to use makeup and disguises, sort of thing, but especially women using makeup as a way of seduction. That's what it's said to be with him. So that's a bit of his background. Now, all things considered, Azazel generally speaking, is found on the left-hand path. He is ruled over by the planet Saturn, and the energy of Saturn is very transformative. Saturn energy, you know, it is often linked with deities like, I think of Kronos. He is linked with Saturn as well. The Roman equivalent of Kronos is called Saturn. And Saturn energy is pretty transformative, and it's dark. I mean, Saturn and Satan, I have a theory, you know, that that's linked. But that is his energy, and his sigil is the seal of Saturn. It's the planet symbol. It's not a sigil like other demons and whatever have. It's not part of the Goetia or anything like that. It is a planetary symbol that represents him, the sigil of Saturn. You know, all things considered, he's found in the left-hand path because of this darkness. He is known as a dark mirror. He is known to reflect your shadow, reflect the things that you need to work on. And honestly, for me, he has done that. He has helped me with that. Now, I didn't work with Azazel from the get-go or anything like that. My story with him is pretty personal, and I'll share what he allows me to share. But I got to know Azazel in an unconventional sort of way first. So I didn't even know who he was at one point. I mistook him for the angel Azrael, and they are sometimes interlinked. But Azrael is the angel of death, and he's often found in Islamic texts. And I mistook Azazel for him at first. I actually met him through a friend who we are still friends. You know, this friend was in my life for a long time. She helped me open my eyes to other paths that I'd maybe been afraid of. You know, I think we were brought together for a reason. I really do. And Azazel was a big part of that, because Azazel was her patron god, her patron deity, her patron demon, whatever you want to say. He was the main spirit in her life. And any of you out there who are spiritual, you may know that if you're spiritual, you get the sense of the people's spirits, whether that is their deities or their ancestors or lost loved ones or spirit guides or angels or whatever. You do get to sense them. And it was no different. I got to know Azazel through my friend. And I felt Azazel's love for her. I really did. He genuinely cares about my friend. He showed me through this lens a kind-hearted, compassionate, caring, gentle, loving side to him. And if you look him up, he's meant to be the opposite of all these things. He is meant to be a badass, evil, demon, devil, man. You know, he's meant to be eternally in torment and punished for all the sins of the world and all this stuff, all this dark-sided stuff. But the Azazel I first encountered was nothing like that. Now, as time has gone by, and I'm talking years, me and this friend were still friendly and we're still friends, but, you know, we've drifted apart, we don't speak as much. But Azazel has stayed around, and I've always had this fondness for him because I felt that personal connection he had with somebody I knew. And recently, I would say in the past year, he has stepped into my life and into my practice. And he has helped me with shadow work. Shadow work means he's helped me with trauma. He's helped me process things. Oh, my light has gone off. Sorry, I'm having to use a backup light, so this might not be as good because my filming light just went off. But Azazel helped me with trauma. He helped me process trauma. He helped me figure things out that I didn't even know were there. Things that were so deep rooted inside of me, he dragged them out, but for a good reason. He is such a compassionate, kind deity. Even to this day, I don't know where all this nastiness comes from. Now, he is not to be taken lightly, of course not. And I say that about a lot of deities, of course, because I feel like no matter what the deity, show them respect, you know, even if you don't agree with them. Live and let live, move on, don't be a disrespectful a-hole. But when it comes to Azazel, yes, I know he's capable of many destructive things. He is kind of a deity of war. He has that aspect to him, you know. He's a warrior within his own right, and you know, he could destroy many things and many people and many places and beings, and there is truth to that. But there is this kindness there that I am blessed. I seriously feel blessed to have experienced, and that's why I'm talking about him now. You know, and sharing my personal experience with him. He reminds me of Mother, meaning Hecate. They get along, they really do, and they have a lot of similarities, but he reminds me of her, how she's often demonized. She's often, you know, said to be this dark and you know, kind of cruel woman sometimes in some people's eyes. Some people say she'll F your life up, she'll haunt your house, she'll, you know, she'll do this, that, the other to you. Well, they say that about him too. And to me, he's been nothing but kind, nothing but compassionate. Yes, some of the things we have worked on together have been harsh. He doesn't mince words. I've noticed that about me. I tend to bond with deities that are straight to the point because I hate liars. I do. I do not like being lied to. And he will never lie to you about anything. He really doesn't, even if it hurts your feelings. Sometimes he said truths to me and it's like, oh, that stung a bit, but okay. I've never held it against him. I'd rather someone tell me the truth than be a liar, you know. And he is that. He really is. And I am so grateful he has chosen to help me in my life. He is a deity that seems to come in and out of my practice now. Ever since then, I feel like it's a sort of friendship in a way, with the utmost respect to him. And there's so many personal stories I wish I could tell you. I wish I could, but out of respect for him, I'm not going to. But he has confided things in me, personal things about his history, his mythologies even. And he can be fierce and scary and dark, yes, but he has good reason to be. Let's just say that, you know, a lot of these fallen angels have good reason to be, you know. Yeah, if we only could see what they went through too. But we only get one side of the story. Anyways, yes, I think I've rambled on a little bit here, but Azazel is amazing. I hope this video has helped someone out there. If anyone is unsure about working with him, yes, he is integral to the left-hand path. Yes, there's a lot of badass, edgy information out there about him. I'm not discrediting that. I'm not saying he's not like that. He has those dark aspects. He has those warlike, fiery aspects, demonic aspects to him. But he also has this compassionate, kind and caring side that I don't feel is spoke about enough. And yeah, I just wanted to share. Until next time, stay safe, stay witchy. Bye.